welcome to another video. 2024 dating market is cooked. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, man, you guys are watching me for the first time. Now, my name is Randy, and this is day number 9 of me posting every single day on YouTube for 365 days until my birthday of next year. Alright? Man, it's day 9, so we still locked in, we still pushing forward. And we're back for another video. We're back. So today we're gonna be talking about why the dating market is cooked in 2024. Why is the dating market cooked in 2024? Now, I got an interesting story for you guys. Yesterday, I went on 2 dates. I went on 2 separate dates the same day. You guys should try that. It will save a lot of time. And I got the best of both worlds. I had a great date. One of them went great, fantastic, a nice ending. It was amazing, And another date was trash, cooked. And both of these were first dates. Both of them was women I met for the first time. And I keep everything really simple, so I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how it went. Especially the bad one. So we're gonna start with the bad. The first date was trash. It was bad. I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much why I think the dating market is cooked in 2024. And funny thing about it is it's kind of mindset wise, and a lot of women are brainwashed in 2024. What do I mean by that? Like values, like a lot of women's values, what they want, what they're striving for, what they're aiming for is brainwashed. You guys watch Fresh and Fit. You guys like watching dating shows, so you know what it is. You know how bad it is. But, I did take a little break, couple months to, take a break. So I'm back in the game, a little bit. So I'm thinking, okay, I know it's bad, but, my last few experiences was cool. So, pick up where we left off. The first date back, terrible, So I set the dates pretty simple. Normally what I do is I would be like, let's meet at this location. The location I meet at, it's like 10 minutes from my house. Super close. It's like a waterfront area. It's like a town, like a little township where you can walk. You got restaurants here or there, food places, shopping centers. It's like a big, small town, and everything is like walkable. And the other side of it's like a whole waterfront. You can sit down. Like it's a great first date. Especially if you don't want to, go overboard. Something chill, something public. A lot of people was there, so it's real chill. So the first lady we met there, like around 24, 25, and the one thing about dating is a gift and curse. Now, one thing about me, I use social media a lot. I like to meet girls in person too, but let's say if I'm just like, okay, I want to run volume. If I want to just date as many women as possible, get as many experiences as possible, I use dating apps. I use Instagram. That's pretty much what I use. It's dating apps, Instagram. And both of these ladies came from dating apps. And the one thing about dating apps is hit or miss. Like, it's 50-50. You go on a date, you show up, and many times they might not look like their picture. Like many times it's just cap. She's not gonna look like her picture. It's just cooked from the beginning. As soon as you see her, it's like, oh, okay, it's just gonna be a good date or bad date. You can already tell from when you see her. So I pulled up. She's sitting down. I pull up and I meet her. And right there, when I seen it, I was like, yep, it's one of them days I'm gonna be cooked. Like it's one of these sessions where I'm gonna be cooked. And I always keep the dates around 30 to 45 minutes, something nice and easy. So I'm like, yep, this is going to be a cook date. And I knew from her pictures, she was a little bit thicker. I like thick women. I like thick black women. I love them, amazing. But she was a little bit thicker, which is okay. I fuck with that. But to be honest, it's like overdoing the makeup when it's your face is cool. You don't have to overdo makeup. It kind of makes it a little bit worse, low key, the way she did it. And I was just looking out when I seen it. I was like, okay, I'm cooked, but okay, we might can get past it. Maybe not. Already there, I was like, it's tough. So I was like, okay, it's cool. Let's just walk around a little bit, talk for a little bit, get to know each other. Walk for like 5 minutes. Got some ice cream. $5 a piece, cheap. Everything is like relaxed, nothing crazy. So $5 a piece. We talking, everything's cool. And then one thing that the first date always brought up was what she does for work, and like how she's like this in her job and that in her job, and it's great. Like, trust me, like hustling and going hard and having a good job is freaking amazing. Like, you want to do that, you want to get that done, you want to have that. But I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, like, this is like, it's nothing. Like, I'm just feeling like, wow, can this shit end? Like, I set a timer on my watch all the time for like 35 to 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh my god, it's bad. Of course, I went along with it. Okay, cool. That's smooth. Okay. And she telling me like what she do for work and all that shit. I didn't really ask. I don't even like asking women what they do for work. I mean, I try to keep the conversation in fantasy land, super light. I want to make the conversation light. I don't want to talk about what you do for work. I want to talk about this, that. I want to talk about who you are, XYZ, and like future, and like what you like to do, and and then we can dive into story time type of thing. That's usually the formula I do. And at the end, I'll do like a little game so I can escalate. So, but I wasn't even attracted enough to even get into any of that. So I'm just listening to what she does for work. Okay, but when we go back and forth, we talk, and she's like 24. So a question that I brought up, I was like, yeah. So like, what do you like? This throwing stuff at the wall. I'm like, yeah. So like, what you looking for? I know you just moved in from you just moved in the town, and you're new here, been here for a year. So like, what you looking for exactly? And she really didn't answer the question. I asked her, okay, so how's dating been since you've been here? She tells me she's been on 4 dates in a year. 4 dates in a year. I'm not saying that's cap, but I'm gonna say that's cap. Like, for a woman to go on 4 dates in a whole calendar year is fucking crazy. Unless she has some type of trauma, or she's just so locked in and disciplined to where that's true. But I know it's not true, because for a guy like me, I know I can go on 4 dates in 2 days. I can go 2 dates here and 2 dates here. That's 4 dates. I can do that in 2 days. And you telling me you're looking for something serious, but you're going on 4 dates in a whole year. It doesn't make any. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Like, it makes no sense. It really doesn't make no sense. I could have asked deeper, but I just said okay. I just wasn't interested. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I just went along with it. But deep down, maybe that's true. Maybe it could be true, but it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense unless she was in a long-term relationship. I didn't ask any of that. I was just like, okay, it don't even sound right. It don't sound right, because if you know dating apps, if you're on dating apps, for a guy, I have to go on, like, let's say 4 to 6 dates to. Well, actually, I can go on 4 dates to find the girl I really want. So I know I can go on 4 dates. If I go on 4 dates, I can find one girl I can lock in with long term. For a woman, I think it's a lot easier because they get a lot more DMs, they get a lot more matches, a lot more. They get to filter a lot deeper, so they get a lot more qualified leads. So if a woman is serious about dating, they're gonna go on more dates because they're gonna fish out more. They got more opportunities, more of this, more of that. I just think it's cap. And from there, from then on, I was like, yeah, she's cap. Like, it's no way. I'm like, at least make this shit believable. Like 4 dates in a calendar year, I can do that in 2 days. I know women who go on 4 dates a day. Like I've talked to a girl, I talked to a woman who went on 4 dates in a day. I do this like I know what's going on here, you know, even by me taking a break. But you know that happened, and then I was like, okay, so no, what if you find somebody serious and you want to lock in long term? You know, like what's the future like that for you? Oh no, I'm sorry. One other thing before we get there, she brought up like she has a good job, a pretty good job. I'm not gonna say what she does. I'm not gonna say how much she makes. I didn't ask, but you know, I'm pretty certain that you know she definitely is doing well. But I was like, okay, um, it was something. I was saying something, and she was like, you know, she want to go back to school. And I was thinking, like, if you guys don't know me, man, I think school is a fucking scam. As you guys know, I went to college and did all that. I think school is a scam, to be honest. Especially depending on what field you're in. You know, it's good for networking, it's good for experiences, but it's not going to help you make any more money. And the field she was in, she didn't need any more schooling. She already had a great job. And all that was left is just keep building in that if she wanted to do it and just lock in to like that. But she wanted to go back to school. So I was like, that's kind of okay. I was like, I mean, in the moment, I was like, okay, that's cool. But in my head, I was like, why would she do that? Like, why would she want to go back to school? Maybe go into more debt. Maybe do this, like, even be more busier. And I was like, okay, you want to go to school? Okay. I'm like, so what if you find somebody you locked in with, and let's say you want to take it serious? Like, you know, what happens then? And she was like, well, I'm still going to go to school. Like, why would that stop school? I was thinking, like, in my head, I was like, this is cooked. But in person, I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to convince somebody. No, I'm just here just to see where your mind is. And I'm just like, in real life, I was like, okay, that sounds good. But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, she is cooked. She is cooked. Because already she's saying she has no time to do this. She doesn't date. She doesn't do this. Doesn't do that. Now she's going to go to school while working to have even less time. Like, as a guy, like, think about it. If I'm a guy. So, do I really want my girl to be working and going to school while I'm trying to seriously, like, lock in and date her? For me, remember, I run an online fitness business. So, I'm pretty much self-driven. You know, I built this shit myself, obviously hired mentors. So my mind frame is a little bit different, you know. I don't think a woman with a secure job understands what it's like to have $15 in your account, and then in 2 weeks you gotta pay rent. You gotta come up with that money by fucking getting on the phone and selling and trying to convince people to help them get in shape and lose weight. Like, that shit's stressful, you know. So I'm just thinking, like, it's no way. Because a guy like me, I want my lady to be locked in and driven, but not for anybody else, like for herself and for her family. And going to school really doesn't help anything. Like, of course you get more knowledge, but the things you're going to school for at this point, you can pretty much just get that with just more experience and just more networking and just more. You know, you don't need school for that. You know, so right there, I was like, yeah, she's cooked. Talked for 5 minutes, ended the date. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. So that's why I made this video, honestly, to tell you guys that this shit's cooked for you guys out there who those are your options. Of course, you know, we definitely entertained it because the messages would look like, the follow up was cool, messages were cool, she was a good vibe on the phone. But once you get to the date, the vibe, it wasn't matching. It wasn't matching. But that's why my technique works of booking 2 dates in 1 day, because the next date was amazing. The next date, same routine, everything was amazing. I might have another video for that coming out, but you guys want to hear about the shitty stuff, so the bad stuff, the failures. And that first date was a fucking failure. But funny thing about it is, the second girl, a year younger, a little bit more prettier, a little bit more down to earth, more locked in on, having, a family, and really wanted that shit. So I fuck with that. That's W. She's really like more of like on my team. Now she wasn't just, oh my god, I want this. She was like, oh, interesting, I want to see what that is. It was more of my team. So I like that. I like that. But at the end of the day, man, dating in 2024, for me, remember, I'm in sales and entrepreneur. It's more of a mismatch personality wise. So if many of you guys are in sales, or if many of you guys are watching this, entrepreneurs, you guys are pretty much damn near cooked. I don't want to go black pill, but you guys are damn near cooked if you're not running volume. Run a lot of volume. Run a lot of volume. You guys have to be setting at least 2 dates a day. If you gotta go 1 date, you guys gotta at least book another date just in case something cancel or that 1 date's bad. Cause if I didn't have that second date, I would have been cooked. But yeah, man. Personalities, man. Personalities mismatch, lifestyle mismatch, everything about it was just a fucking mismatch. These girls are brainwashed. And I'm texting another girl on my phone, and she's talking about, wait, what is she saying right now? And this is on Instagram. I'm texting a girl on Instagram, and she's talking about, let me show you guys, I'm not gonna show it, but let me read out. Yeah. It's one girl, she says, I was like, why you don't got a boo yet? She says, cause I'm not settling. I said, okay. I'm like, what you mean? Like, what are you looking for then? I asked her, what you looking for then? She says, I'm single because I'm not settling for a man that's not giving me what I want. What the fuck? Who is teaching these women to talk like this? I'm like, I didn't ask you that. Like, this is cooked. Like, this response, this whole dialogue is cooked. It's cooked. And I really don't care because I wanted to see what their mindset is at. But, bro, it's cooked. If she's responding like this, it's cooked. I'm not settling for a man that's not giving me what I want. Who is teaching this stuff? Who is really teaching these women how to fucking act? Like, and I said, I'm like, you literally sound brainwashed. I said that. I literally said that. I'm like, sounds like somebody brainwashed you. Cause that does sound like brainwashing. Because that's not your own thoughts. Like, you're not thinking that. Like, there's no way you were taught that, or somebody told you to, hey, say this when it's capped. The dating market is capped. So you guys have to run hella volume. You guys have to keep making money. You guys have to stay up on your physical fitness. And you guys just have to stay locked in. That's pretty much it. So yeah, man. This is day 9 of me dropping a video every single day. This video was a little bit longer, so I wanted to get this out to you guys. Just a little bit of story time of why dating in 2024 is cooked. And I have a special story time coming for you guys next week. And we're going to dive into why I'm even making these videos in the first place, man. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's go.